Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Trying to get started here. We have a relatively short program for you. I want to welcome you. My name is Tom Kirk. I want to welcome you to the 2012 annual meeting. And a couple other folks may be coming in. We have a few folks that did RSVP to attend and haven't shown up yet. I would like to welcome you all today and point out we're joined today by a number of board members of the CRA. Mark Tillinger drove up from, probably got up about 5 a.m. to get here from Bridgeport through the traffic. Don Stein, Ryan Bingham is here, Tim Griswold, Steve Warwick, and Dr. Bob Painter as well. They catch all of the bosses. Also today, a handful of CRA staff members are here. They're all wearing these tags, so the folks that you talk to on the phone that are so courteous, helpful, and committed to your complete satisfaction with all that CRA provides for you are here. You can take advantage of that opportunity and meet them today. And we even have 2 or 3 customers here today. So welcome, and we'll go ahead and get started. As always, this communication with our customers is obviously for your benefit. Feel free to interrupt me with questions or save them to the end, your choice. I would ask that you, since we're recording this for the FOIAs that will inevitably come, I would like you to just pause. Paul will run over a camera to him so we can get the question on the tape as well. Today's topics, system status, some CRA initiatives we're moving forward with, some legislative issues that many of you are familiar with, but we want to bring to your attention some others, closing remarks, and any questions you may have. Let's start out first in the southwest region of the state. Here are the towns with contracts with CRA that we handle their waste and or recycling. The light blue towns are towns that have elected to bring their recycling to other places. The MSW Southwest Division, which evolved from the original Bridgeport project back in 2008, has seen as the rest of the state has a significant decline in the amount of tonnage delivered, mostly an effect of the slow economy. But we do see that recovering, frankly, across the state. The tonnage seems to be coming back, probably once again related to the economy. The key issue here for the Southwest Division is CRA negotiated a contract with Wheelgrader that provided for minimum commitments from each of the participating towns. We have successfully negotiated an agreement with Wheelgrader such that they're not enforcing that minimum commitment, and we're not paying any extra, even though we have not made that target or the minimum commitment under that agreement, which was a good outcome for our towns. Southwest disposal fees are on a COLA basis, started at $63, have now risen to $66.41. Comparably, quite a bit less than the last years of the project, of the original Bridgeport project. The Southwest Division handles its recycling in a different way. We had a operating dual stream recycling facility on Honey Spot Road in Stratford. The facility is still there. We do not operate it as a single stream, as a recycling processing center anymore. We actually operate it as a transloading facility. So the towns that participate with CRA for recycling are now all engaged in single stream recycling. All towns that have adopted CRA single stream recycling have seen double-digit increases in their recycling rates. And now we transload those recyclables to our Hartford facility where they're processed alongside the Mid-Con project recyclables. That works out pretty well. It's a shame to have to spend that money on the transportation, and as we'll talk about a little bit later, we anticipate that the markets have gotten to the point where we could probably look at capitalizing a single stream facility in our Stratford location in the near future. Recyclables delivered are starting to climb again. The impact of single stream is very dramatic, but it does level off. We've seen that in Hartford get double digits for a couple of years, and then as folks settle into that practice, the growth rate stalls. Some bad news on the Southwest Division. Our garbage museum down at our transload recycling center did close. That was a difficult decision for the towns, but frankly, the cost of maintaining that via the historical method, which was essentially an add-on to the tipping fee, just became too onerous. To maintain that garbage machine would have been about another $1 a ton on the tipping fee, and the town leaders there reluctantly decided not to move forward with that. The agreements with the Southwest towns expire on June 30th, 2014. At that point in time, we expect to have in place in the region a publicly owned transfer station. The advantage of having a publicly owned transfer station in the Southwest is quite obvious. Without an option to move garbage out of the region, the leverage you have against the local provider is quite diminished. Whether or not garbage actually moves out of the region is secondary, but having an option to move it out is, as you all know, very important. So we expect to develop either at Stratford or some other location a transfer station to allow the municipalities down in that region of the state the option of going someplace else other than Howard Avenue in Bridgeport. And we will see a more competitive price with that option. Looking now to our Southeast project, centered around the Preston facility. Garbage there is declining probably more precipitously than the rest of the state, although we also see some pressure, some recovery. It's no surprise when the economic slowdown started. This is a very typical bar graph that we could draw from almost any portion of the state. Southeast disposal fees are a great story. They're $60 a ton and have been since I've been around. Helping that $60 disposal fee is a concept we'll talk about quite a bit today. Excuse me. Use this. Is power prices. The Southeast enjoys a price of about 24 cents per kilowatt. In comparison, that's roughly 8 times the price we just got at auction for Midcon. Millions and millions of dollars in additional income as a result of that very attractive power price, which was negotiated, ironically, 20 years ago. The MSAs for the Southeast project expire in 2014. Statutorily, CRA is committed to creating a future options committee 2 years before the end of that project to examine opportunities for the towns after the project expires. There are extensions available in the project, which we expect will be embraced by the participating towns. That will probably get us through 2017.